Hello and welcome to the 2024 ARWS Canadian Grand Prix from the Sanair Super Speedway, just on the outskirts of Montreal in Quebec. Starting on pole today, as she has for every single race so far this season, the 10th consecutive pole position for Emma Kicker to finally win a race from pole. Last time out at the Yerby Airfield. We'll see if she can repeat that feat here today. Alongside her on the front row is the defending champion and currently second in the points, Philippe Nicolas. And on the second row of the grid, it is the teammates of those on the front row. It's Edvard Holm for Simpson and Dan Greenlaw in his return to ARWS, qualifying on the second row of the grid. Final Watson will start from the 5th position in this race alongside Takuma Taki for Racing Point, our current championship leader. And then we've got Marco Jancher and Magda Zerwanski for Euromotor and March 16 respectively on the 4th row of the grid. It's another very impressive qualifying effort on an oval from Alberto Cara for Yang Wang. He'll share row 5 with Anu Vozu for Adriatica. And then we've got Amy Gauthier on the 6th row alongside Vaclav Malsyz, currently 3rd in the points for Checkmate. Aurora Summers is qualified a fantastic 13th on the grid for Peak Motorsport, who I believe have a little bit of legal issues stemming from their recent sacking of James Wilmington following the German Grand Prix. We'll see if anything comes of that. I do believe that the decision on that has been expedited and should be expected soon after the weekend festivities here at Sanair. She'll be starting alongside Nathaniel Cameron on the 7th row. We've got Andrei Kremnitsky and Naoki Shinjo on the 8th row, Kremnitsky for Checkmate and Shinjo for Mecca. It's a dreadful qualifying performance from Bradley Dagdell, the winner earlier this season at the Norris Ring, but he's had a very tough time of it recently and will be looking to move up from that 17th position on the grid alongside Akira Yamamura. We've got Fu Wen on the 10th row of the grid for Yang Wang. Good qualifying effort for Fu, and alongside him is Malik Sadan for Mecca. Not a great qualifying effort from the Bentleys. Kaylon is the first of them, qualifying 21st. The factory Bentleys, I should say. Of course, the Checkmates, the Bentley-powered Checkmates were a little bit quicker, but not so much the case for the factory outfit. Lon will start alongside Diego Alvarez Torrente for Jones. And then on the 12th row of the grid, we've got Martin McFry for Foxdale and Carmen Alvarez Torrente in the 2nd of the Peaks. And then on the final row of the grid, we have Ben Fleet in the 2nd Foxdale and Pierre Saint-Laurent, who will be hoping to finish a little better than that in front of his home crowd here in Quebec. And with that, the start of the race is just moments away. And that is engines fired here in Sanair. The crowds are... The stands absolutely packed with spectators here as the green light comes on, and we are go here at Sanair. It's a good start for Philippe Nicolas. He will sweep into the lead easily into turn 1. Kicker hangs on to 2nd from home, and then it's Taki up to 4 from Greenlaw. Watson in 6th, Zerwanski 7th, Jancher, Vozu, and Cara the top 10. That is, that is a good overtake there by Jancher for 7th on Zerwanski. as Nicola looks to be pulling away. Home has moved up into second place in front of his teammate, but no, already is encountering suspension failures on the Simpson. Oh my goodness, you couldn't make it up for Edvard Home, but fortunately it seems that the field is passing him by very smoothly, and he will not be able to get back to the pits. Edvard Home is out of the race on the second lap.
Look at the gap Nicola's already pulled. He had a good start there, and he's all the way just gone. He's checked out already in his first stint, at least. Yeah,
a full 2.5 seconds ahead of Emma Kickert, as we've got Taki now under pressure from Greenlaw for third place. Greenlaw looking to impress in his debut for Holiday, replacing, of course, the injured Humbert Moutier. Taki able to hold him off, and now we've also got issues for Final Watson. He's also out of the race very early with transmission failure here. Again, the field able to get past very smoothly here. They have been warned in the drivers' meetings to make sure to avoid any repeats of the horrendous incidents we saw at the 2 races at Loudon earlier this season. Got Yoncher has moved up into 5th position with those early issues. He's also pressuring Greenlaw and Taki for that 3rd position, but up front it's looking all good so far for Philippe Nicolas. Already a 3-second gap over Emma Kickert he's built. Cervansky is under pressure here from incredibly Anuvozu in the Adriatica, so this is a good showing for Adriatica. I do believe that the very short nature of this track, under a mile in length, is giving it's not allowing the much more powerful i3s to really stretch their legs as such, and so you can see the likes of Anuvozu and Alberto Cara here hanging on very well with Cervansky, as Greenlaw takes another look to the inside of Taki, but Taki still very much proving his status as the most difficult man to pass in ARWS. It's another fastest lap for Philippe Nicolas. He is absolutely flying early in this race.
Yeah, back to your comment on the low-powered engine cars. Yeah, you would expect them to be good at this track for a couple of reasons. I mean, obviously, short track, but it's also a flat track. A lot more break-ins involved. So, they get that advantage. And I think, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a little bit of an upset winner today. Oh, boys. Ooh, that was a bit of contact there between those two cars.
Yeah, that was Greenlaw really shutting the door on Marco Yoncher. Looks like both cars are able to continue without too much damage, but Yoncher really wanting to find a way past Greenlaw in this opening stint. It looks like he has quite a quick car in this one. It's allowed
Nicola already encountering some lap traffic. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a big queue of cars here is again, it's quite difficult to pass with the short straightaways and low banking in these corners. We've got Bradley Dagnall has moved up from 17th to 11th in the opening stages here. Aurora Summers doing well to hang on to 13th currently. Nicola continuing to work his way through this lap traffic. It is allowing Kickert now to close the gap in on him, but she will have to deal with this lap traffic herself, so as long as Nicola keeps a few lap cars between himself and Kickert, he should be relatively safe. It looks like now that Yoncher and Greenlaw are starting to fight even harder over this 4th position, that has allowed Takuma Taki to break away from the pair of them and solidify himself in 3rd position in these early stages. is the Nicola for the first gaggle of lap traffic there is Kicker is only just caught up to the back of them, so this is good work early for Nicola to clear himself of that lap traffic without too much issue.
Yeah, because lap traffic, it's gonna play a big factor in today's race, that's for certain.
Absolutely, yeah. And in fact, now that Kickert's struggling with this lap traffic herself, that's allowed Nicola to now pull away to a 5-second advantage once again. We're expecting most of the drivers to be doing a one-stop strategy in this race. Probably past the halfway mark, probably in the around lap, between lap 60 and 75. For those of the field looking to try an alternate strategy, don't think there'll be too many of them, but they'll probably try and pit in about 10-12 laps or so, as, oh my goodness, Kicker gets it all wrong in turn 1 there, and just after lapping Carmen Alvarez Torrente, she washes way out wide and allows the peak back through. And all that has completely erased her margin over Takuma Taki. She's now caught right back up to the Simpson, with Greenlaw and Yoncher very close pursuit. Ooh, Yoncher there looked to take a look to the inside of Greenlaw, but just couldn't hold it on the inside. Car was just a bit too understeery coming out of that corner. Again, Kicker is just really struggling to be able to find an easy way past this lap traffic. Nicola now a full 9 seconds ahead on this track, where the lap times are roughly 24 seconds. That's almost a full half lap he has over her. Of course, Nicola now running completely in clear air as well, is just going to be able to stretch that gap more and more.
And something since I noticed, or at least thought of since the start of the race, I do wonder if Nicola is possibly on a lower fuel load, because, you know, at the start he just jumped and he just immediately pulled away. And with his speed as of right now, I have to think that he's on a pretty low fuel load, man.
It could be possible that Nicola is looking to build the gap with the two-stop strategy here. I think probably the only way to make that strategy work is to run as Nicola is doing in these opening stages and just build a massive margin over whoever's chasing you, and therefore be able to...
Another slow car.
Oh no, that is Amy Gauthier, and she's pulled into the pits with a electrical issue. There's more technical issues on the second racing point, but should be able to get that fixed. Coming to the attention of her crew now. Definitely well out of her expected pit window, this is.
So once again, disappointing their second driver, but that's been the case all season.
She resumes the race now a full 2 laps behind Nicola, who's still just managed to make his way past. Oh my goodness, that's Brian Greenlaw! Engine has completely given up on the second holiday before he could really do anything to show his how comfortable he was with that car. So that's a big shame for Greenlaw in his return to ARWS competition. The American, of course, a former 2-time winner in this series, and he won't be able to make any improvements on that mark today, at the very least.
Unfortunately, falling to the mechanical gremlins that have been plaguing the holiday team the last couple of races. I think their best finish since, I think, Nicola's last win, I think that was in Luxembourg. They have only had the best finish of 6th position. That was at the second race in New Hampshire. So, yeah, pretty bad days at Holiday.
Certainly, they could probably do with a bit of a holiday right now, given how their reliability has been going lately. Meanwhile, up front, well, relatively up front, we've got Kickert here, still really struggling with the handling on that Simpson. It looks like she's just not able to get around the corners nearly as well as a lot of these other cars, especially in this lap traffic. Of course, the dirty air off the car she's following is probably affecting her aerodynamics quite badly. So she's not able to fully realize the full grip that would normally be available to her, and it's allowing now Takuma Taki and now Marco Jancher to really close in on her through this segment of the race, as Nicola now holds a 15-second lead over second place Emma Kickert.
Yeah, I think that's Nicola just now entering turn 2, and we see Kickert just now exiting the final corner. So yeah, if she can't clear this lap traffic soon enough, I do wonder if there's a possibility that Nicola could lap the entire field, and that would be quite insane if I had to say.
Well, Kickert has finally cleared that whole gaggle of lap traffic, but I think the damage has already been done. She's a full, she crosses the line now, nearly 16 full seconds.
That might be Nicola.
No, that is Jancher, in fact. That's a very early pit stop for Jancher. In fact, he is on the two-stop strategy, it would seem. So this is a scheduled pit stop for Euromotor with Jancher. I think they're probably looking to get him out of that traffic and get him some clear air so he can try and get in some quick lap times here, but it is a very risky strategy to be doing a two-stop in this race with the extremely short lap times and the difficulty in overtaking even much slower traffic.
Clear air or not, I don't really think that'll do too much if I had to put my money on it, so. But you never know, this series is very unpredictable, so it might work out for them, it might not. We'll just have to see.
As we've got Nicola now looking to put the 6th place driver of Alberto Cara a lap down. It's currently shown a lap down on the live timing there, but that's I believe that's just a technical glitch. He is still at the tail end of the lead lap, as we've now got Cara's teammate Fu Wen into the pits. When Fu really having a struggle compared to his teammates, who's up there fighting in remarkable 6th place, so might just be a bad set of tires. I guess they might be hoping that they get that Fu is able to put in some more competitive times on this second stint. Probably better if I switch to the intervals between each driver at this point, with most of the field already a full lap down to Fleet Nicola. And indeed, as you were saying, Nikki, it looks like it was a very low fuel load for Fleet Nicola as he comes to the attention of his Homer Simpson look-alike pit crew. Emma Kickert will take the race lead here as Nicola resumes, but not too far behind thanks to that massive lead he's built up. He will get back out onto the track in 5th position, just behind Anivozu. And right ahead of Alberto Cara.
Now, if he wants the strategy to work, he has to get through all that lap traffic, which, looking ahead, there isn't that much lap traffic, so it won't be as a struggle as it was in the early stages, but he has to get through this lap traffic fast. He wants his strategy to work out for him.
Indeed. As the race was worn on, we have seen it does. You can see on the track map there, the field has spread out quite a bit, so it should be a bit easier. But he does have a big train of cars right ahead of him, the likes of Fuen and that's Bradley Daniel into the pits is Kalon there, and just getting out of the way of the of Anivozu there. So both of the Euromotors, it would seem, are on the two-stop strategy. We'll see if that pays off for them. It's a very bold strategy call for Euromotor. We've also got Cameron into the pits for Jones, and also that is Carmen Alvarez Torrente in the peak. Meanwhile, we've got Amy Gauthier trying to pull her way up back through the field. She's climbed up to 17th and has hit the wall just there. Oh my goodness, what happened there? Oh, just got onto the throttle way too soon and clattered against the wall. Somehow there's no damage to that car, but that's definitely not ideal for her at this point in the race. She's looking to get around Fu Wen here and attack Cameron for 16th place. Still well behind where she was running earlier in this race. But up front we've got Emma Kickert now leading by 4.5 seconds. She's opened up over Takuma Taki now that she's been able to take advantage of some of that clear air, but now she's back in lap traffic. We'll keep an eye on the situation to see if that lead dissipates. As Philippe Nicolas has moved back up into 4th position and is just about, how far behind the lead is he? About 13 seconds off the lead of Kickert, but has should be closing up a bit here as Kickert's really struggling with this lap traffic here.
As things provisionally stand, Nicholas due to take the lead back should whenever Kicker and the other ones need to pit.
Yeah, he should retake the lead, but if Kicker and Taki and Srvanski, I believe, are all on the one-stop strategy, as we've got Kremnitsky in for his first pit stop, and that is Kalon also in for his first pit stop. Assuming that Kickert, Srvanski, and Taki are all on the one-stop strategy, Nikola will need to make these spots up on track here, as he's just set another fastest lap of the race. He's doing exactly what he needs to on those fresh tires. Race his way past the likes of Srvanski, Taki, and Kicker, and then he'll be... Then they'll effectively all have one more pit stop to make, and there'll be no question of Nicolas being the favorite to win this race. That said, Kicker is working her way through this traffic a bit better now. Now I think a lot of these cars struggling a little bit more for tire grip at this stage of the race. We're now 50 laps in already to this 114 lap event, so getting close to half distance here. Nikola has caught up to Magda Srvanski, but this, in a battle between two similarly powered cars, it will be a bit difficult to for Nikola to make the move here than it was compared to the likes of Vosu and Cara. He's very close there, exiting turn 3, dives up the inside of Srvanski and makes the move stick. Nothing Srvanski could do on those much older tires, so that is Nikola through into 3rd place, and now within about 3 seconds now of Emma Kickert, although I think he probably has lost a little bit of time there, making his way around Srvanski.
Yeah, that's my drive. I mean, yeah, Nikola is showing exactly why he's the defending champion. But that move right there, and I think, yeah, he will most likely surely get the gap back once those front two pit, so yeah.
And this is, in fact, he's already caught up, back up to Takuma Taki here. So, and Taki, they're getting badly held up behind the Bentley. There's nothing that he could do to stop Nicola from taking second position back. So, Nicola really on a charge here now. He knows what he has to do to put himself in the best position to win this race and really retake the initiative in the championship fight between himself and Taki.
He was not going to let himself get blocked by Taki for about half the race this time. He just took advantage of the situation there, just stormed right past him. That's a great move from the Frenchman.
Kicker in a little bit, well, she's just caught up a pack of 4 cars here led by Yamamura. Gautier here looking to make the move for 12th place. Can't quite make it stick on the inside there, but Cameron and Bradley Dagnall. This is all a battle for position here, but Gautier moves through into 12th place. There's Kicker trying to find her way through. Once she clears this little gaggle of lap traffic, it will be a bit smoother sailing for her, but Nicola's already siphoning his way through the pack behind them as Kicker now again held up in traffic. Makes it past the Jones of Cameron. There's just Yamamura to get by, but already we can see Nicola in the same shot with her, so there's not a lot of gap here. The lead is under 2 seconds now between Kicker and Nicola as we're approaching now the time when we'd expect the second pit stops, the one-stoppers to be making their pit stops, I should say.
Yeah, they lost a little bit of ground that lap. I think he had some trouble getting past the car there. But I mean, even if he doesn't exactly clear Kicker before she pits, oh, there's a yellow flag out, by the way.
Indeed, there is. I wonder what something happened here. Oh my goodness, that is Anuvozu who has spun off turn 1 there. Doesn't look like she's damaged the car, but she's having trouble getting it turned back around, and this is costing her heaps of track position here, as we've got the third place man Takuma Taki into the pits. This is a critical pit stop for Racing Point. They need to get him back out in good amount of time here. 8.4 seconds, very good pit stop for the Racing Point crew. He'll come back out in quite a bit of traffic here, but hangs on to 7th place as we still got Anuvozu stopped in the infield here. Cannot get that car turned back around for some reason. I think she's trying to avoid a unsafe rejoin here, but holding the car in that position is already plenty unsafe, so this is not the ideal situation for car to be stopped on the pit exit line there. That's very dangerous. We've got a car slowing on the main straightaway. It's Akira Yamamura, so it's the very troublesome few moments there for the Adriatica team as Vozu's having trouble getting turned around and Yamamura out with a transmission failure. We've got into the pits is Magda Servansky. We've got I believe that's Vaclav Malsyz in the pits as well for checkmate. So a lot going on right now for on track as we've got Vozu stop.
Oh my god! What is
going on here? Philippe Nicola has taken the race lead as we've got Emma Kicker into the pits now.
This is getting a bit ridiculous now. I mean,
oh my goodness, was that? Oh my goodness, I hope that was not what I think it was. Vozu tries to do a spin turn here. Pulls back onto the track right in front of Philippe Nicola.
Oh no. Oh,
that is absurd driving from Anuvozu, I have to say. That is completely taken Felipe Nicola out of this race. And Alberto Cara has taken over the race lead. He's yet to pit, so I assume once he pits, that should hand the lead back to Emma Kicker. But Alberto Cara has taken the race lead, showing some fantastic pace around the Sanair Super Speedway. But that is disastrous moment there for Felipe Nicola. And for Anu Vozu, I don't know what you can say.
What can we really say there? I mean, just sat there for many of laps while also blocking the pit lane, and then tries to rejoin and then just absolutely clatters the championship leader. I mean, that is a very just rejectful moment there, and let's just say I don't think she'll be participating for the rest of the season.
Yes, I at the very least we'll be seeing. I don't think we'll be seeing her at the second race of this weekend at the very least. But we still got out in the front. Still yet to pit is Alberto Cara's. Really putting in a very good showing here for Yonglong. This is the first time we've seen a Yonglong powered car lead a race, of course. They've been spending most of the season battling with the Mugen Honda powered entries. Not a very powerful motor, but exceptionally durable as Yonglong look to really sort of settle themselves into ARWS competition. And certainly with Cara, they found something on this short oval that is allowing them to really hold very competitively with the leading cars. We've got Kicker into second place here currently, closing in on Cara. Of course, she's made her one expected pit stop for this race. So she should reassume the lead once Cara pits. We've got Rente into the pits now from 15th place. It's not ideal for running position for a someone on the one-stop strategy here. We've got Yoncher up into third place under heavy pressure here from Takuma Taki. Taki has made his one pit stop, and that is Cara into the pits. Kicker retakes the lead. I should be expecting the two stoppers to make their second pit stops quite soon, but that is a good pit stop from the Yonglong team, and they'll get Cara back out on track, currently in 5th position. See if he... yeah, no, that's Gautier going through into 5th. And so Cara down into 6th position now.
Still a pretty good position. I think he's setting himself up for a pretty good finish today.
Indeed.
A podium.
Indeed, it's looking fairly likely, depending on the reliability of the front runners, as Gautier now coming in to make her second pit stop. Of course, the first one necessitated by that electrical issue earlier in the race, but she gets back out on track in 10th, 11th, 11th position. So that's Kicker now leading by 9 seconds from Marco Yoncher, with Takuma Taki all over the back of the Euromotor for second place. Yoncher does need to make another pit stop though, so once that happens, that should promote Taki back up into second place. Servansky is in 4th, Cara 5th now, surprisingly, running ahead of the Bentley-powered Vaclav Malsyz. Bradley Dagnall in 7th, Nathaniel Cameron 8th, Aurora Summers 9th, and Malik Zidane rounding out the top 10 currently with about 35 laps to go. Already coming very close to the end of this race. But it's looking very good for Emma Kickert in the wake of that abysmal move from Anovozu, which took out Philippe Nicolas. That is... she's got a very, very healthy margin over Yoncher and Taki, who are closest competitors. So she could be on for back-to-back wins here.
That would certainly be a statement.
And indeed, Yoncher comes in to make his second pit stop. See exactly where he comes out. Very short wait on the fuel there. That's in 5th. As I believe that's Cara going through into 4th. Malsyz goes through into 5th, and he comes out right behind a bunch of cars here. In fact, Summers, Cameron, Dagnall, and Malsyz, and not too far ahead is Alberto Cara. So we'll keep an eye on, try and keep an eye on Yoncher here. He could be looking at making a good few overtakes for the remainder of this race. Still got 20 cars still running. Last of which being Kalon, who's had a very poor race. He's known as not much of a fan of of oval racing, and this is certainly showing why he's certainly showing that preference for himself today.
Well, honestly, I mean, we've seen this situation before with Kaon, where he's just not even trying, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is another one of those situations. And, you know, I mean, I understand, you know, ovals are not everyone's cup of tea, but this is, quite frankly, just childish from him, and, you know, maybe the ARWS should do something about it, because, you know, it's just, it's very unsportsmanlike to just, you know, come out into a race and just not care, but, you know, it's expected from him, honestly.
Yeah, he started 21st, and he's only moved up to 20th by dint of the retirement of other drivers. Meanwhile, Saint Laurent, his teammate, started dead last on the grid. And now he has a good reason to be displeased with ovals, having suffered horrendous injuries in a race at the Motegi Oval some years ago. But he's moved up into 16th position and is giving as good an account of himself as you could hope for. As we've got Cameron pitting now from 8th place. I believe one of our correspondents from the pits has actually done a little bit of digging on what's been going on with Kalon. He may have had a technical issue a little earlier in this race and had to make a unscheduled pit stop, so that could be the case. As we've got also Bradley Dagnall pitting. Right at the tail end of the two-stop window here. Not a particularly noteworthy drive from Dagnall. He's not really done a whole lot to move up from that 17th starting position, other than pass some much slower cars in a straight line and profit from unreliability, it seems. Meanwhile, we do have a little bit of a battle for second place here between Taki and Servansky, with Marco Yoncher a lap behind them in 6th place. Desperately wants to get past these two and see if he can maybe hopefully run down Vaclav Malsyz, currently running in 5th place. Indeed there, Yoncher makes the move on Servansky. You'll want to quickly make that move on Taki and try and pull a gap on these two. Now, what Savansky wants to be doing here is to close back up on the tail of Yoncher and try and follow the Euro mode past once Yoncher, assuming Yoncher can make this move on Taki, which is very much easier said than done, given Taki's reputation.
And Taki exactly showing that he's just not giving him a chance at all to attack.
Absolutely. You could definitely tell Yoncher has a quicker car, but every time he gets within attacking distance, Taki really aggressively shuts the door. Yoncher trying again on the inside, but Taki hanging around the outside there, doing everything he can to hold on to that track position. Of course, all this battling is really allowing Emma Kicker to run away with this race. She's now got a 19-second lead and is rapidly closing up on this little group now. You can tell her just coming out of turn 3 in the background of the shot just there. Yoncher still really needs to find a way past Taki here to try and... time is running out for him if he wants to try and catch Malsyz for 5th place. Taki's really just not wanting to play ball here, though. I think he knows if he allows Yoncher through, that could allow Savansky through, as we've got more issues for K1. Oh, he spun! He spun in turn 2! And smacked the wall quite hard. That is K1's race done.
Well, I guess the writing was always on the wall for that. I mean, when you don't come into a weekend, or you come into a weekend just not caring, yeah, you're most likely going to spin out and hit the wall. And it's put an end to that miserable drive, that miserable attempt of his.
Indeed. Not a miserable performance, though, is that of Alberto Cara, who's running very admirably, currently in 4th position and only 7 seconds off the battle for 2nd place. So Cara really putting in a fantastic drive here. He had a couple of poor performances around Portland and the doubleheader at Loudon, so a couple of strong performances both here and of course the last time out at Derby is really putting his championship hopes back. Well, hopes of doing well in the championship, very well in the championship, back on track. I don't know if he's going to be able to fight the likes of Takuma Taki for this championship outright, but as Yoncher finally gets past Taki, this is about with 12 laps to go, Taki and Yoncher pulled a sizable gap over Savansky, so Savansky not able to take advantage of that, and Yoncher now 9 seconds back of Malsyz. It's going to be very tough for the Austrian to catch up and threaten for a top 5 finish here.
Well, as I said earlier, the series is unpredictable, so he's got past that first step. Granted, not many laps to go, but you know, if Malsyz runs into any trouble, he can certainly pounce on it.
We've got only about 10 laps to go now. 10 or 11 laps to go as Kicker now very close behind Taki and Savansky, looking to put the pair of them a lap down. I don't think she probably shouldn't be making the attempt, but when you see the opportunity to lap your the second place driver when you're leading the race, that's definitely something that you'd want to be do as a racing driver.
Someone like Emma Kicker, who's didn't have the best of starts to the year, to lap the entire field, like I said earlier, it would be a great statement, and if she laps the entire field, it will be a very, very, very good statement from her.
Indeed. Taki is holding that gap over Cervansky. I think Cervansky has probably used up the best of her tires currently, so I'm not sure she's able to really do anything to take that second place from Taki. Cervansky's had after a strong start to the season, she's had a bit of a poor run as of late, so if she just banks the podium here, I could hardly blame her for that, and especially given the strong performances recently by Final Watson, her teammate. Meanwhile, we may be having a battle for fourth in the latter stages of this race, as it does seem that Malsyz is starting to close in on Alberto Cara here. He's only just gotten around his teammate Fu Wen and is looking to put a lap on Pierre Saint Laurent here. And indeed gets around the Bentley, so that's put a good few lap cars between himself and Vaclav Malsyz.
Of course, I have to say, a driver to really look out for. You know, he's had a quiet season, you know, but he's starting the championship. I think he'll probably pass Felipe Nicola after this race, if my math is correct, if I remember the points correctly. And you know, Malsyz is having a very similar season to Nicola as of last season. And I do think,
oh no, Magda Cervansky! Oh no, the suspension has collapsed on the March 16. That must be why she wasn't able to catch up to Taki. But that is her race done, and once again, a promising race up in smoke for the young Hungarian.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Just a little laps to go, but it does put Alberto Cara in the podium position. I did mention earlier that there was a high possibility that he'll be up there, and look at that.
Indeed, all the way up into third place was Alberto Cara. This is absolutely sensational stuff for the Tropican driver. And with Malsyz now stuck in this lap traffic, he's got a good margin with only a couple of laps to go in this race, in fact. Meanwhile, up front, it's a very, very comfortable lead for Emma Kickert as she's coming around turn 3 now and looking to start the final lap of this race. Oh no! On the last lap of the race, Emma Kickert's transmission has completely failed. She's stuck in. Can she get it back to the... I don't know if she can get it back.
Coast it around, Kicker. You can do it. Coast it around.
She's trying everything she can, but... No, it's done.
Get out, push. Get out, push.
It's not going to be enough. Takuma Taki will take the lead on the last lap of the race. And Takuma Taki, for the... What is that, the 4th time this season Takuma Taki has won? My goodness, that is absolutely sensational. It's the 3rd time he's won this season, but Takuma Taki, what a conclusion to this race, my goodness.
The silent assassin strikes again. Don't know how he does it, but he does it.
Is the 3rd win this season by Takuma Taki. A sensational 2nd place finish from Alberto Cara. He will very happily take that for Yangwang. And Vaclav Malsyz, after the late disappointment of his car failing him on the last lap, much like Emma Kickert's did, he will take 3rd place away from this, and for his first podium, in fact, since his debut race at Monaco in 2023. Just hanging on to that, in fact, from Marco Jancher at the finish. Kicker winds up with 5th place, Gautier 6th after her electrical issues. Zidane with a very strong 7th, Bradley Dagnall 8th, Nathaniel Cameron 9th, and Naoki Shinjo in 10th place. The rest of the classified finishers, we've got Roar Summers, Martin McFry, Diego Alvarez Torrente, Ben Fleet, Andre Kremnitsky. Ooh, that's not a great race for Kremnitsky. That's not what he wants to do with his position under threat there. Saint Laurent, dismal 16th for him. Dismal outing in general for Bentley. Carmen Alvarez Torrente and Fuen were the last finishers, with Magda Servansky classified 19th after her very late retirement. And then we've got Kaelon out with the crash. Philippe Nicolas and Anu Vozu out with that horrendous accident. And Akira Yamamura, Fana Watson, and Edvard Holm are only technical retirements in this race.
Talk about an insane race. Yeah, for such a short race, there was a lot of action packed into it, and we get to do it all again soon.
Indeed. Philippe Nicolas will at least take the 10 points for the fastest lap in this race, with Yoncher the 2nd fastest lap and Emma Kickert the 3rd fastest lap in this race. But we'll see you next time for the Rivière Noire Grand Prix. Again from Sanair. See you then.